Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Washington Commanders. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Now the new pickup from New England. This is Damian Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now this defense for the Commanders is very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Harris going to get it again on second down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. You talk about this Washington defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And down to the 41.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's another carry for Harris. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Allen to throw it. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Allen going to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, they don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the...
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. You look at this Buffalo defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They'll run with Gibson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Powell throwing on first down here. He's got it to Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To the air, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm up QB too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
First down by Davis, who a lot of people labeled a potential breakout guy before last season, and he delivered, blossoming into one of the league's best deep threats.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Allen now looks to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On first down, Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And again, it's Allen. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. 3rd and 2. Here's Howell. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Hines. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. From midfield, here's Allen. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. That's complete to Davis. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Once more, Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Howell from the gun. And that is is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Sets up 4th down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Hines now on the return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. It marched to the end zone the last time out.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. And Diggs has it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Allen off the play fake. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give to Gibson running right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And Howe will throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Although you've certainly got to be on your toes defensively when you're facing Josh Allen. He can hit you from any angle. He's got arguably the strongest arm in the business, and he uncorks a deep one here. But that one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And now another one thrown incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. This is taken at the 18. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Howell, he'll look to throw it. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Into space at the 45. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They go play action with Howell. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Howell out of the shotgun. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
1st down, Howell to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Gibson again. They juked him. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Hal to the air on 1st and 10. Thomas brings it in. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. They'll go play action. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second down throw for Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, 37 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
That swung out wide to Harris. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Allen now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. Under pressure, they got him again. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
This is taken at the 23. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Faking the handoff. Howell. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On first down, Howell. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Throwing here, Howell. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver that time the one to get in there and bring him down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken around the 12. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Allen going to throw. And this one too low. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Fielded at about the 28. Shoves him away. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. For the play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell. And his throw is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third and long, here's Howell. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Hines now on the return. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now Allen. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. And again, it's Allen. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
On first down, Allen. Right back to Davis. It's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Allen. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Allen again. Back in the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have come back to regain the lead. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this third quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A handoff for Gibson. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The offense on third down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll go again with Gibson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Off-play action. It's Howell. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this one is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. And some room to work. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Howell down to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. Open man is Samuel, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
For the Commander, field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Montez Sweat in good form there as he sacks another quarterback. And he's in good form in 2022 as well. Put up 8 sacks coming off of an injury-shortened campaign the year prior.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing now is Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. A gain there of 21 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Complete over the middle to Hardy. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Allen. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A good pickup there, a 22.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
To throw, it's Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs from 21 yards away. And the Bills have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Howell throwing on first down here. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. 22 yards there, a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. First down, Howell to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Howell running right on the option. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On first down, Howell. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Slide for the PAT. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. Allen now looks to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Allen to throw once more. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. He's got another first down, and he's also just a few yards short of 200 for the ball game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Bass is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Powell to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Here's 3rd down and 5. Here's Howell. And he finds McLaurin. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 39.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for Buffalo, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my